Today, Melanie Hope, Erica Hunt, and I, Jocelyn Lieu, are bringing you a choral poem that's also a sermon. The poem's sermon is inspired by a favorite middle psalm, Psalm 139, the one about being fearfully and wonderfully made. If you would like to find it, the psalm is on page 503 of most of the Bibles in the pews. We will read parts of the text throughout our sermon. Melanie, Erica, and I have a number of things in common. We're all poets and writers. We all are New York professionals whose jobs are dedicated to service. Two of us, have you heard, are university professors and administrators, and one of us is a lawyer who represents mentally ill clients. What brought us together, though, is motherhood. We three have now grown-up kids who all went to the neighborhood school, which is the name of the school, a school that teaches children to know about their diverse neighbors and to care about their communities. Finally, we are proud, long-time members, very long-time members of Middle Church. Yes! Let the words, sorry.
Go middle.
Yeah, go middle. Yeah, middle. Yeah. Let the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our rock and our Redeemer. The song begins.
From Psalm 139, verses 23 and 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. See if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. What are the words on your tongue, the thoughts that you long to share? I want to grab a moment of silence between my hands and place it in my mind. I want to clear my mind and shroud it in peace. I want to whisper into my palms the words I fear most to speak. Hold them there, then throw them to the wind. The wind will take my words. The wind is not afraid. In the open places where fear and burden lived, I will trust God to hem me together. In the open places where fear and anxiety crawled in, I will trust God to hold me. And this place will catch me, console me. God is here. Each fear will be replaced with triumph. Each harmful burden shall become a song. Cut the waxy twine that held the horror. Burn away the barricades. Push back the hesitation. Reach out. Speak out. Someone will listen. Try it. Test God. Release the secrets that harm you. Strike down the fears that trap you. Weave yourself in the world anew, shrouded in peace, ready to be tested, light and free.
Psalm 139, verses 7 through 10. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. When you find me. When you find me, God, would you have a word for me? Or do I go forward on faith, a word in a book I've only touched and not always let touch me? Where would you find me? Often I'm at the crossroads, my compass reeling in a residential grid, or fearful of an imaginary bottom in a gated private cul-de-sac. Center me, Lord, among the storm-tossed refugees in Baltimore tear-down streets, or among the pavement dwellers whose tents vanish with the light of day. Should you find me, I'm the short one on the left, knocking brown against green hills, a fleck in the crowd, not to be blinked on or peeled off with the tape. Wherever we go, God, you find me. No kidnapped culture, no maze or blindfold devised by ice can tunnel us away from your mercy. No security chamber, no handcuff can sever or cancel your grace from our face. No soundless 000 can cancel my or our last names. Lord, nor can change our home with you in futurity. Would I recognize my name in the voice calling from the burning bush? Would I hold my breath and hope it wasn't me being called from a burning bush? And if it isn't me, who else will carry your tune, God, into this world and the world we yearn to make anew? If you should find me, God, I would have to relearn my own name. I would have to talk to the letters in the alphabet one by one, my new friends. You, God, would help me to invent spillover. You would help me to invent more days in a year, more hours in a day. New stories to replace the old ones in which we are trapped in perpetual war footing. If you should find me, God, I would need to combine the skills of pantomime and rebus. If you should find me, could I stop doing, behaving as if red onions, beets, and radishes were a coincidence? You ask me, God, to restore color to crunch. God, you ask us to move and be in the mix. The bell and its clapper, the beat and its sugar. God, you always find me. It's me, us, who sometimes miss you. And when we miss you, God, we miss ourselves as well. God, you find me and us, and I find measure, my practice, my long view, my just in time, my ready in a pinch, our Sabbath pause, our oxygen, our new.
Verses 13 to 16. For it was you who formed my inward parts, you who knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works that I know very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes beheld my unformed substance. In your book were written all the days that were formed for me when none of them as yet existed. This is a song of a mother, a teacher, a daughter, a wife, and friend. This is a song of a soft-voiced warrior, a song of a daughter of God. I am yours, and you are mine. I have something of your spirit, and you have something of my earth. I am always with you, and you with me. I and thou, never alone. I praise you. I praise you because I am reverently and wonderfully made. I am made to hold a pencil, a washcloth, a sword. I am made to write books, to write poems and prayers. I am made to write my truths and dreams and fears and to share my truths and dreams, to offer my truths in the open pages of my palms, to give you my truths that they may touch your truths, that they may tend the embers of your truths and spark them into flame. I'm also made to hold the tissue, the washcloth, the dishcloth, the rag. I am made to dab tears from soft cheeks and snot from small noses, made to blot dirt from scraped knees and blood from flowing head wounds, and to wipe the meconium from a new baby's ass. I am made to sit with my college student in the hospital triage room, to offer her tissues. I am made to not say everything will be okay, because I don't know if everything will be okay. Instead, I'm made to hold her hand in my hand, to say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here with you. And I'm made to wait there with her till they summon her in for the rape exam. I am made to change the surgical dressing around the tube that drains the fluid from my friend's mastectomy wound. I am made to work as gently as possible so as not to hurt her more than she already hurts. And after we are done, I am made to go into the kitchen to boil us more water for honey and tea. And I am made to kneel before my mother in the bathroom to sponge her age-marked legs clean. And after she is clean, I am made to help her hands find the handles of the walker, made to slowly lift the aching body from the toilet, then to support her and guide her till she's able to find the long way back to bed on her own. I am made to hold the paring knife. I am made to chop the mint for the salad and root vegetables for the soup. I am made to sharpen my grandmother's cleaver on stone. And I am made to hold the umbrella point first, aimed at the angry old man on the M15 bus who pulled a shank on me and my daughter one day when she was still a toddler. I am made to stand and put my body between his body and her body. I am made to do this without thinking, made to sense without seeing the stranger across the aisle who has risen and now stands with me. And after the man with the shank backs away and gets off the bus, pulling his shopping cart and tattered bags after him, I am made to thank the stranger who put his body on the line with mine. I am made to hold and tell my frightened daughter, not, honey, everything will be okay, because I don't know if everything will be okay, but to say, don't worry, he can't hurt you. No one's going to hurt you now. This nice man and I are here.
Verses 21 and 22. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord? And do I not loathe those who rise up against you? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. Who are love's enemies? How do we fight them? Love is the light that guides us through darkness. Love you, love me, love light, love this very moment. When we doubt our connection to the Creator, we block our love. Love's worst enemy is the failure to recognize our perfection, being blind to how perfectly we were made. The way we move in the world is boundless. We are love. God's love has brought us here, to this very place of love. In the love God has made for each of us, we find strength.
We fight love's enemies with faith. We fight love's enemies by holding hands with a stranger. We fight love's enemies with unconditional acceptance of the humans we live with. in our homes, our streets, and in our village. Love is strong. Love is hungry. Love needs our attention. We fight love's enemies by speaking out against injustice. Love sits at the center of every table. Let love lash out. Love likes to go wild sometimes. And love always comes to the faithful. Be patient with love.
Love sometimes walks in the house with muddy boots. Love may leave its dirty socks on the floor. Love cries, love needs, love is restless. Love is sweaty, love is crooked, love falls outside the lines. Love sometimes needs space. Love craves air and fire. Love jumps in the water with her clothes on. Love spins us around until we are dizzy. Love sometimes spends the day in bed. Love lives to be free. Love likes to wander. Love wants no enemies.
Love knows that the weak amongst us must be cherished and cared for, the hungry fed, the children schooled, the old and homeless housed, the sick and injured healed. Love knows that unjust laws can and do kill, that unjust laws arm killers and gerrymanderers and those who would profit from others' pain. Love knows that unjust laws rip the lives from our children's bodies and the vote from our hands. Love knows that unjust laws slam shut doors and dreams. Love knows that unjust laws must be changed.
So, friends, love you, love me, love light, love sound, love the darkness, love music, love dance, love your families, love you, love me, love light, and love this very moment. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.